If you only pay attention for 10 seconds of this video, pay attention to this. The Frozen Heart Shield is a shield that drops from Aurelia, and when you get the anointment while Phase Grasp is active, Amara constantly triggers Novas. Your Novas will insta-freeze any enemy in the game. These Novas will freeze everything, and they will heal you. I made a video with this shield, and I made a really awesome melee build with this, but I have figured out a way to glitch this shield so that these Novas are constant. They constantly are around us, and they heal us every single time, and they freeze any enemy that gets close to us. That is the premise of Cryo Queen Amara. This is absolutely ridiculous, insane, so cool, and one of my favorite discoveries in this game yet. This gives us Novas on every single enemy in the game. It makes us unkillable, and we freeze everything. Do I have your attention now? Rip. Cut that part easy. Yeah. Change that part. Whoa, what is happening? Wait, what? Yo, what did we just break? Can I fast travel? Holy shit, dude. If this works, I'm actually gonna myself if this works. No way. No way does it stay. No way. No way. No way! Wait, watch this. Watch this.
But that's alright.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo guys, what is up? Moxsy here with another Borderlands 3 video, and today I am sharing with you guys my new Cryo Queen Amara build. It's super fun, really crazy, and there's so many things I need to talk about. Cryo efficiency, how we can abuse cryo efficiency with the PHASEZERKER, blue tree skills, and this new shield. I'm going to be breaking down everything in depth with you guys, going over weapons, anointments, gear, everything you could do with this build. But real quick, before I get into the video, I need to say that I could see that almost 70%, 69.5% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. I've been grinding this game, and it's now my full-time job. And if you guys are enjoying the builds, if you've benefited from my builds, learned anything from my videos, if you want to hit that subscribe button, it would be really, really awesome. Helps me out so much, and I really, really appreciate it, guys. Sorry for the plug, but I'm really trying to make it here, guys. So with this build, you may notice currently that we do not have any Novas on us. We have the Frozen Heart with our constant Novas, so when I phase grasp one of these enemies, our Novas will go off. And these Novas will still freeze any enemy, but when the phase grasp ends, the Nova is over. Now, when I do this, and you can travel to literally anywhere. Let's go Jacob's Estate. We now get the Novas. All the time. If you fast travel, it doesn't go away. If you go down, it doesn't go away. You are stuck with these Novas until you can cancel them. I will tell you guys how to cancel them. But as you can hear, we now have these Novas for literally ever. If you die, it doesn't go down, and it's super freaking crazy, man. So now let's get into the build and everything else that's going on here. So the skill tree we are using is full blue tree, little dip into the orange tree or red tree, and little dip into the green tree. I will say why we're using every one of these skills. But the biggest synergy here, guys, in this whole build and what makes this build really freaking crazy is Violent Tapestry with a PHASEZERKER. Now, PHASEZERKERs, I put out a video saying they got nerfed. I've heard from a few members of the community that it was just a word change or a display change, but it's still doing the same amount of damage. I haven't fully tested that, but from what I've heard, it is fine, and the PHASEZERKER is still great to use. Now, we are using this PHASEZERKER for its tip or ability, where whenever we use our action skill, we're going to gain max rush stacks. And when we have max rush stacks, we're also going to get full Violent Tapestry. So when I use my PHASECAST here, you can see now that I'm at 30 stacks, and we can keep spamming our action skill. Now we're at 51. Now we're at 75. Very, very quickly, we are going to be able to get full stacks of Violent Tapestry. I mean, you realistically shouldn't be getting more than like 25. But while we're using this, our status effect chance is going to be increased per stack. So when we have this fully stacked, and you don't need it fully stacked, above 20 will do, but we're going to be most of the time hovering in the 90s to 90 to like 99 to like 50 range. Usually keeping it up above 90 to 50. Our cryo efficiency is considered a status effect chance. Now, if you don't know how cryo efficiency works, the more cryo efficiency a gun has, the lower or the higher an enemy's HP will be when they freeze. So, if I have a 126% cryo efficiency weapon, the enemy will freeze, let's say in this example, at 20% of their health left is when they will freeze. Now with this weapon, which has 267 cryo efficiency, let's say that the enemy will freeze at 50% of their health. Now, with a PHASEZERKER comm and Violent Tapestry, we are going to be able to insta-freeze enemies as soon as you shoot at them. You will be freezing enemies around you and healing off of them. Any enemy that gets close to you is going to insta-freeze, but any enemy you shoot at is also going to insta-freeze because of Violent Tapestry, because our cryo efficiency is going to be so ridiculously high. That is the core of this build. Everything else here is here to augment and improve our cryo damage and our everything else that we've got going on. So with that, PHASEZERKER, we're going to be using an Icebreaker Victory Rush. Everything is going to be frozen. So we're going to get bonus damage versus all frozen enemies, bonus cryo efficiency. On my relic, I have SMG damage, cryo efficiency, and cryo damage. These are really great stats for this. So everything is going to be frozen. I'm going to be doing tons more damage to them. We're using this to freeze everything and heal off all of them. You can use something like this if you want to go full freaking cryo, man. A cryo hex with bonus cryo damage on it. It gets really, really absurd because our status effect on our Violent Tapestry applies to our grenades. So our grenades are going to be insta-freezing everything. Our shield is insta-freezing everything. And our guns are insta-freezing everything. We have bonus damage against everything. It's really crazy. Because of Violent Tapestry, we're going to be wanting to spam PHASECAST. Spamming PHASECAST is going to give us increased accuracy and critical hit damage. The enemies hit by our PHASECAST are going to take increased damage. We're going to get bonus gun damage all the time because of Wrath. We want cooldown so that we can spam it. We're using Do Harm with Soul Sap because we're not going into sustainment. So our sustainment is actually really high this build, but the more damage that we're doing with our action skill, the more we're going to heal. So with 3 points here, we'll full heal every time we phase cast, which is super awesome. And our do harm stacks are going to be really high because we have so many rush stacks. With that, we're proccing Clarity. Clarity is going to allow us to regen health every time we use it. And we're freaking using Samsara, dude. If you know me, you know this is my favorite Amara skill. Samsara is going to give us gun damage and a crazy amount of health regen. This is 25% of our max health per second when we have 5 stacks of it. Now, we're spamming PHASECAST and our cooldowns are so low that we're always going to have 5 stacks of Samsara. If you want to use Deliverance with this, this is a great skill to use, but it doesn't. The orbs don't proc Samsara, which is unfortunate. I've found that the easiest way to always keep up Samsara is when Tandava, but at the same time, you're going to sacrifice your cooldown. So, using normal Deliverance, Reverberation to pass through enemies is fine, but I would go with Deliverance if you can, and Tandava if you're okay with having a little bit more cooldown, but more uptime on your Samsara abilities. We're going Anima for increased status effect, and we're going Anima for even more elemental damage. With this build, you are going to be a mobbing machine. We don't have as much damage in terms of bossing damage, but there are bosses that you can just sit next to. Any boss on the ground, sit next to them, and your shield will constantly heal you, as well as your lifesteal from Soulsap and Samsara. With Clarity, we're grabbing personal space here because this is a close quarters build. Now you can use any cryo weapon you want. This is not a weapon specific build. You can use a cryo butcher, you can use a Juliet's Dazzle, a cryo lump, a cryo trevenator, a cryo redistributor. Anything you want to use, guys, you can use. This build performs really well without any anointments on your guns or anything that you want to use. It's really, really versatile, so I'm really happy to share this with you guys. The only thing you guys need for this build is the Frozen Heart while Phase Grasp is active, which is a very specific piece of gear. But if you don't have it, telling you right now, do yourself a favor and join the Discord. The PS4 community has a copy of this shield that they're already giving out because they know I'm making this video. The Xbox community has this shield, and the PC community has it. I'm also dropping the save file. So if you don't want to farm for this, which would you farm from Aurelia, it's there for you. Don't go to eBay because this is definitely going to be on eBay. So yeah, anything you want to use. The best anointments on your guns that you can use, though, are either phase cast weapon damage, because we're going to be using phase cast. Our cooldowns are going to be really low, and we're going to be able to phase cast constantly. So the phase cast weapon damage is the best anointment you can have on your weapons. If you don't have that, don't fret. Bonus cryo is also really nice. I found that one of the best weapons for this build, once again, not required, is a cryo redistributor. If you don't know what the redistributor does, it changes shots. These change shots take on our cryo efficiency, which is going to be absurdly high, and anything we shoot at freezes, and then all of its nearby enemies freeze as well. We'll go shoot some stuff real quick for you guys, but this build is super crazy, man, and so much fun to use. I know you guys are gonna have an absolute blast with it. And the one thing you do gotta watch out for is barrels. Barrels, because you are noving all the time, barrels can be crazy. But as you can tell, we have, I forgot to mention this, we have cryo damage now on our action skill, and because our action skill has so much status effect chance, even our action skill will just be straight up freezing enemies, which is crazy. So many cool things happening here. You guys don't have to use the glitch with the shield if you don't want to. I don't love making videos about glitches, but this was just too cool not to share. As you can tell, literally everything is frozen. You don't actually have to really worry about much with this build. just because you have so much sustain, you have so much area control. If you want to be a support character and use this build, you totally can. If you want to be a damage build, you totally can. It is honestly one of the coolest builds I've ever made, and I'm so happy to share with you guys. If you guys learned something new from this video, if you enjoyed it, if you were blown away by how crazy this Cryo Queen Amara build is, make sure to subscribe, like, comment on the video. I have the Takedown Challenge by Community event coming out real soon for you guys, which is going to be super cool. This will be an awesome strategy for it. More details on that really soon. But my name is Moxsy. This is the Cryo Queen Amara build. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!